Well, hey, how's it going? Welcome to, well, is this gonna work? Is this thing on? Do I actually do that? Wow, I look like, never mind. Alrighty, so let's put this over here. Let's try this. Hey, welcome to my vlog. It's Jason, and today is day 10, week 5, day 10. And I had, I've talked about a whole bunch of different things since I started this blog. One of the things I've talked about, well, let's go this way instead. So yesterday I went mountain biking, and I went to a trail that I don't normally go to, and I hopped on my bike, and there was a bit of hullabaloo getting to the trail because the park closes early, and I was frustrated with that, and I had to find a different way to get in. I had to find a fire road. I found a fire road. I was able to park. I was able to get my bike out. I got on the bike. I hit the trail, and the trail immediately started to ascend. It was all rock garden, and it was 3 or 4 tight switchbacks, very tight switchbacks, and I had a really difficult time. Really difficult time. Like I fell off over and over again. And I kept trying to ride this section of trail. I would bring my bike back to a starting point. I would hop on it again and I would ride. Invariably, I would fall off again. And this happened over and over. And I was getting more and more frustrated. Eventually, I got on my bike and I was able to get a ride in. It was short, it was late, and I was able to ride for 45 minutes, an hour, something like that. And it ended up being a great ride. It was a fantastic ride. By the end of the ride, I was able to handle stuff. I was able to ride the way I remember riding. Whereas in the beginning of the ride, I had a really terrible time. And it occurred to me afterwards what was going on. We've talked about this idea of motor mapping, and how in yoga we use terminology like bring awareness to a certain part of your body, and then we'll do a maneuver with that part of our body. And we do that, we use that language because there is a very real neurological mapping that occurs in your brain when you think about things in that way. So what I did up on the trail was I hopped on my bike. Oh wait, and I want to throw another one in here too. You may have recalled that I was talking about tension in relationships comes from unspoken expectations. Put that over there for a minute. So I hopped on the trail, I jumped on my bike, and I immediately fell on my ass because my body was just driving in a truck. And before that, I was doing whatever. My body wasn't ready to go biking. My brain was not ready to go biking. My mind-body connection was not ready to go biking. And after I rode for 45 minutes to an hour, by the time I came back and I hit the same section of trail, yes, going down a series of rock garden switchbacks is easier than, by about 1,000%, is easier than going up them. But it's still not easy. And I rolled down that thing like nothing. It was a butter. It was butter. And I really thought it was funny because, Even if you know something, it doesn't mean you're doing it. This is another instance of continuous practice. Strengthen your spirit through continuous practice. You have to constantly practice what you want to practice, or you won't be doing it and you won't get better at it. Once you learn a skill, it is now your skill to lose. And it's very easy to do that. Now, how about that tension thing? How about tension and expectations? I had a lot of tension with myself because there was an unspoken expectation that I would blitz right up that trail like it was nothing. And when I couldn't do that, I was very angry. I was very frustrated with my own seeming lack of skill and ability. I've been biking for like 20 years. I am by no means a racer, and there's a number of obstacles that I'm still working to improve my technique on, but I know how to ride a bike. And I had an expectation that I know how to ride a bike up this trail that I had never seen before. Cold. So by the time I got done with the ride, I was jubilant. I felt wonderful. I felt like I made all of these new connections in what I've been doing in class, what I'm doing on the trail, what I'm doing in other parts of my life. Once you have a skill, it's yours to lose. And because you've accomplished something once, does not mean you automatically go on to do it again. I'm going to have to consciously make efforts to keep putting into practice the things that I've learned, these techniques. And that made me feel really good. I felt really happy with that realization, that understanding. Ultimately, it was a great ride, even the angry part. It was great because if I hadn't had that experience, I wouldn't have had this experience, which makes me feel really good. So I had intended to start this video off by talking about where I'm sitting. Completely forgot. But this whole space, as I pan a little bit over there, I'm watching a screen behind this thing so I can see what the heck I'm looking at. Pan a little bit over there. This is my workshop. This is where I make stuff. I make stuff like little libraries and the odd piece of furniture here and there. That's what I do in my day job, so to speak. But I'm not trying to be a yoga teacher or mountain biking or writing or doing vlogs about being human and trying to be a better human. Thank you for watching. Thanks for joining me in the workshop. As it gets colder, I don't know, maybe I'll do more videos in here. I used to do a whole series in here back in the olden times when I used to do equipment reviews. That was a different time in my life for sure. So the point of this whole video, though, is not for me to sit here and reminisce about olden times or workshops. It's to reiterate this whole idea of practice, of building skills and practicing stuff, and trying to be better at being human. So I have class. Today's class is all about breathing. We've been doing a lot of work on breathing and trauma and how these things are connected and how various therapies use different modalities to fix things. It's all very interesting stuff. It's really good. So I'm looking forward to that. Thanks again for watching. Take care.